Have you ever wondered how legends are born from the mingling of the divine and the human? Dionysus emerged from an extraordinary union. Zeus, the mighty king of gods, and Semele, a mortal whose passion defied expectations. Imagine a world where divinity collides with human fragility, crafting a story that still stirs our souls. This birth was not ordinary. It was a spark that ignited a transformative journey across ancient lands. Let your heart be open as we step into a narrative where every step echoes with mystery and wonder. Picture a young deity, wandering beyond familiar horizons with a restless spirit. Dionysus traversed vibrant regions like Lydia and the rugged plains of Phrygia, each step laden with secrets. Every new city and remote village absorbed the magic of his presence and the allure of his rituals. He introduced ecstatic celebrations and wild rites, inviting people to taste freedom in every glass of wine. Feel the excitement as you imagine ancient crowds, united by the promise of revelry and transformation. In each distant land, he wove tales of mysticism and passion that resonated with every listener. His journey was more than physical travel. It was a pilgrimage of the spirit that challenged old boundaries. Dionysus's presence was like a burst of color in a monochrome world, stirring dormant desires for change. Every encounter, every shared secret built a mosaic of cultures drawn together by the divine spark. Let your curiosity guide you as we trace these footprints of magic across time and geography. Close your eyes and picture the allure of unknown roads illuminated by the promise of the extraordinary. This wandering god not only spread his cult, but also redefined what it meant to be alive and free. He was both a gentle whisper and a roaring celebration, inviting every soul to join the dance of life. Dionysus transformed every encounter into an opportunity for renewal, a chance to defy the mundane. As we embark on this tale, prepare to be captivated by the mystery and brilliance of his legacy. Imagine returning to the place where your very beginnings were forged, only to find hostility waiting at every corner. In Thebes, the city of old traditions, whispers and envy clouded the air with doubts about Dionysus's divine nature. Here, malicious rumors aimed to tarnish his origins, questioning the truth of his mortal mother's story. Such defamation stirred an emotional tempest, igniting a fire in the heart of the god who would not be denied. Take a deep breath and feel the tension rise as ancient prejudices clash with an unstoppable force of destiny. The people of Thebes, steeped in their rigid customs, could not fathom the freedom Dionysus brought. A palpable unease gripped the city, as old beliefs battled the promise of ecstatic liberation. His presence was a challenge to everything familiar, a call to question the status quo. As the city simmered with suspicion, every whispered word became fuel for a transformative confrontation. Imagine the charged atmosphere, a moment where ancient tradition trembled in the face of radical change. In the midst of this turmoil, Dionysus transformed anger into a celebration of his true self. He channeled his emotions into creating rituals that resonated deeply with those seeking renewal. The clash between skepticism and divine revelation unfolded like a dramatic play on a timeless stage. It was as if every heartbeat in Thebes pulsed in anticipation of an imminent revolution. Feel the urgency of the moment, a call for justice and recognition that could not be silenced. Now, let yourself be swept away by the raw emotion of defiance and hope intertwined. The god's reaction was not born solely of anger, but also a profound need to reclaim honor. Every act of rebellion was a declaration of self-worth, a stand against those who sought to deny him. In that charged moment, Thebes became the battleground for a war of ideas and hearts. Join me as we witness how a single spark of divine passion can set an entire city ablaze with change. Step into a scene of stark contrast, a ruler determined to preserve order at all costs. King Pentheus, with his unyielding sense of duty, saw the wild rituals as a threat to his authority. In his eyes, maintaining tradition meant quelling the unorthodox energies that Dionysus embodied. He was a man of firm resolve, believing that strict control could tame the chaos he feared. Now imagine the weight of that responsibility pressing down as the lines between power and pride blur. Despite the wise counsel of seasoned oracles and respected elders, Pentheus's defiance burned bright. He clung to the belief that he alone could steer his city away from the brink of anarchy. Every word of dissent from the followers of Dionysus only hardened his resolve. His heart, guided by tradition and duty, rejected the allure of an unpredictable divine revolution. Feel the intensity of his struggle, a battle waged not just in the streets, but deep within his soul. Determined to extinguish the rising tide of ecstasy, he set in motion a plan to capture the god himself. In his mind, imprisoning Dionysus would restore order and silence the disruptive rites. Yet in his haste, he underestimated the mysterious power that coursed through the divine. His decisions, fueled by a mixture of fear and ambition, set the stage for an inevitable clash. Envision the heavy atmosphere, a ruler standing at the crossroads of control and catastrophe. Imagine the emotional weight of a decision that pits human arrogance against celestial authority. Pentheus's actions were a desperate bid to hold on to a fading world of familiar order. But the deeper you dig, the more you realize that such power cannot be confined by mortal hands. His resolve, as unyielding as it seemed, was soon to be tested by forces beyond his control. Let your imagination wander as we prepare to uncover the dramatic consequences of his defiance. Have you ever witnessed nature bend to the will of a higher force? Dionysus's power burst forth in a spectacle that defied all earthly expectations. In a single heart-stopping moment, the ground trembled and the palace walls quivered in awe. This wasn't just a display of raw strength, it was a proclamation of the divine's irresistible presence. Picture yourself in that moment, where the very air crackles with the echo of celestial authority. The earthquake, a dramatic punctuation in the unfolding saga, silenced all doubters. Every tremor was a testament to the god's control over nature and fate itself. In that instance, the boundary between myth and reality blurred into a powerful performance. The spectacle compelled even the most skeptical hearts to acknowledge a force greater than themselves. Feel the surge of energy, the undeniable thrill of witnessing something profoundly transformative. This was not just an act of anger. It was a masterful display of divine justice. Every shattered column and cracked stone spoke of a legacy that refused to be denied. Dionysus, with every supernatural gesture, rewrote the rules that governed mortal life. His demonstration was a call to embrace the unpredictable beauty of existence. Imagine standing there, caught in a moment where the mundane meets the miraculous. Let this awe-inspiring event remind you that true power often comes with an electrifying shock. Dionysus's actions shattered the illusion of control held by earthly rulers. In that chaos, the audience found a strange solace, a reminder that the extraordinary is always near. It was a moment of reckoning, a turning point where skepticism yielded to wonder. Breathe in the intensity and allow yourself to be moved by the raw energy of the divine. Imagine a ruler so consumed by his own conviction that he walks into a trap of his making. Pentheus, blinded by pride and desperate to unveil the truth, chose a perilous path. His decision to disguise himself and infiltrate the forbidden rites became his undoing. In that fragile moment, human arrogance clashed brutally with divine retribution. Visualize the tension in his eyes as he stepped into a world where fate had already drawn its line. The allure of secrets turned his quest into a journey of inevitable tragedy. Dressed in a guise that masked his identity, he hoped to control what he could not. Yet, the fervor of the ecstatic ritual revealed a truth that shattered his illusions. Surrounded by impassioned followers, his disguise melted away under their wild gaze. Feel the chilling realization. Sometimes the quest for control ends in the loss of self. In an instant that still echoes through time, the ritual transformed into a scene of unspeakable violence. Pentheus was overpowered by a force that no mortal scheme could ever contain. His tragic end was not merely a punishment, it was a stark reminder of the price of hubris. The raw brutality of his demise sent shockwaves through the hearts of all who witnessed it. Imagine the gut-wrenching sorrow as a life, full of ambition, was brutally torn apart. The fall of King Pentheus was a somber lesson etched into the annals of myth. His fate resonated as a cautionary tale, urging us to respect powers far beyond our reach. The intensity of the moment leaves a lingering ache, a mix of sorrow and reluctant awe. In that final act, human frailty met divine might, forging an everlasting scar on history. Allow yourself to reflect on the fragility of pride and the transformative impact of loss. Take a moment to consider the cost of defying forces greater than ourselves. Dionysus's wrath was not random. It was a deliberate response to mortal insolence. Every action that challenged his divine authority was met with a swift, irrevocable punishment. In the aftermath of chaos, justice was served not with mercy, but with a heavy hand. Feel the weight of that truth as you ponder how every choice carries its own consequence. The price of defiance extended far beyond the fall of a single king. Cadmus and Agave, once pillars of their community, were condemned to a fate both bizarre and eternal. Their transformation and exile were symbols of how deeply disrespect can scar a legacy. This curse was a vivid reminder that divine retribution spares no one, regardless of status or kinship. Imagine the sorrow and regret that must have filled their hearts as the reality of their punishment set in. In this dark reckoning, the balance between human ambition and celestial order was brutally reasserted. Every act of defiance rippled through time, leaving a legacy of caution and transformation. Dionysus's unyielding justice taught that no mortal defiance goes unnoticed by the cosmos. It was a proclamation that divine power, once scorned, will always reclaim its due respect. Let this serve as a reminder. The path of arrogance leads to irreversible change, often at a heart-wrenching cost. As we witness the final verdict of the gods, a somber reflection settles in our souls. The tale of punishment and redemption offers lessons as old as time itself. In every myth, there is a mirror that reflects our own struggles with pride and consequence. The legacy of divine justice remains a timeless call to humility and reverence. Allow these ancient echoes to guide you, inspiring a balance between ambition and respect. Pause for a moment and let your thoughts wander. What lessons can you take from this timeless myth? Every twist in Dionysus' saga invites us to reconsider our own beliefs and the cost of pride. This is more than a story of gods and mortals. It's a mirror reflecting the struggles within each of us. The passion, the sorrow, and the raw power of the narrative beckon us to learn and evolve. In these echoes of ancient wisdom, find a spark that ignites your own journey toward growth. Think of it like a vivid painting, each brushstroke representing a choice, a consequence, a moment of profound truth. The myth challenges us to balance the thrill of ambition with the humility needed to honor forces beyond control. As you reflect on Pentheus' tragic fall and the unwavering might of Dionysus, feel a stirring of empathy. These stories aren't relics of the past, they are living lessons that resonate with our modern struggles. Embrace this wisdom and let it inspire you to forge a path of respect and self-awareness. Now imagine yourself in that ancient world, a place where every decision carried the weight of destiny. The courage to question, the strength to accept our limits, and the beauty of transformation shine through every moment. This narrative is an invitation to pause, to listen deeply, and to allow the lessons to settle into your heart. As you walk away from this tale, remember that every ending sparks a new beginning. Let these reflections nurture your spirit and guide you through the complexities of life. In closing, take a final deep breath and feel the resonance of this myth within your own life. The journey of Dionysus is not just ancient lore, it's a living testament to the power of transformation. May you carry with you the understanding that respect, humility, and passion are the true pillars of a meaningful existence. Hey there, if you enjoyed diving into this epic world of mystery and passion, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more incredible stories. Your support truly makes a difference and helps us bring you content that inspires and excites. Also, check out the other videos we've carefully crafted. Links are in the description and cards. Join our community as we explore the fascinating realms of mythology and beyond. Thank you for being part of this transformative journey.